Hi everybody, welcome to the live demo. This is Surender and today I am going to show you how to learn SAP IS Oil and Gas without much overwhelming and become an expert SAP IS Oil and Gas consultant and ultimately get a job in oil and gas industry as a SAP consultant with a high paycheck. Now I am going to consider for a lot of you this is probably not your first live demo. The first thing I want to mention is that if you have failed at getting a job in SAP consulting in the past, it's not your fault. There is a lot of information out there and it can be overwhelming and confusing many times. That information overload keeps you from your success. It's okay. I'm here to guide you. If you have concerned in the past that you just can't succeed and get a job as a SAP IS Oil and Gas consultant, I want to put those fears to the rest. You can do this. You just need the right person to guide you, to explain it to you. So that's why we are here. For I know you have a dream to change your life and make an impactful career. And I want to show you how to make that happen during this live demo. Years back, I was working as a low-level employee in different technology, not SAP. And I want to upgrade my salary and upgrade my career. I discovered from my friend who is working in Saudi Aramco at the time, SAP IS Oil and Gas is having more demand and paying a high paycheck also. So I searched for the trainers to learn and become an expert in IS Oil and Gas. And I did not find even one better trainer. At last, I found one fair one. And I learned SAP IS Oil and Gas from him with much difficulty. And I got the job is implementing SAP IS Oil and Gas. That's it. I'm here now as a SAP IS Oil and Gas consultant for a big MNC. And this is why I put together my years of experience and spend almost 6 months creating this particular program that's not only provides you the best training in SAP IS Oil and Gas, but it provides every single tool, template to fasten your learning process and get outstanding results. In this training, I'm going to cover the oil and gas business basics, domain overview, and various scenarios in oil and gas business to run their operations on day-to-day basis. So, what is SAP IS Oil and Gas? SAP has developed a number of industry-specific solutions. That's what IS stands for in SAP IS Oil and Gas. IS stands for Industrial Specific Solutions. So SAP has developed a number of industry-specific solutions for each specific business because we cannot map or fit specific business scenarios in a normal functional module like your SAP SD, MM, PP, QC, etc. So SAP has developed these industry-specific solutions. SAP IS Oil and Gas is the leading integrated solution out there in the market for the entire value added chain of the oil and gas industry. From the wellhead, that means from the offshore operations, to the end user, that means the retailing of the finished products. But why we have to learn SAP IS Oil and Gas? Because there is much demand for SAP IS Oil and Gas consultants than your general functional modules like SAP SD, MM, PP, QC. We are in 2020 and those functional modules are already saturated. Out there in the market, there are dozens of job aspirants who know SAP SD, MM, those are general functional modules. Moreover, the companies are concentrating on specific area specialists over the time to do the specific job other than general functional modules. And SAP IS Oil and Gas is the leading integrated solution for the entire value chain of the oil and gas industry. So you can find an opportunity to excel in the specific area of your interest and excel and become go-to expert in that particular area. You can see the oil and gas segments in my presentation, upstream and downstream. Upstream includes exploration of the crude and transporting that crude to the onshore production facilities. The downstream of the oil and gas industry, including refining of the crude for producing the finished goods and the byproducts, transportation of the finished products, storage of those finished products, commercial sales, retail sales, scheduling, planning of the transportation of the finished product. What you will learn in my live training. I start from basics because most of my students comes from different backgrounds with different educational qualifications and different work experiences. So I usually start from zero. That means I will explain enterprise units in section 1, a brief overview of enterprise units of oil and gas industry and the responsibilities of those enterprise units in their day-to-day business. In section 2, you will learn the master data, obviously the customer master data and the material master data in relation with the IS oil and gas sections. In the next section, you will get a complete understanding of various oil and gas pricing procedures. The important pricing procedure in oil and gas business is formula and average pricing or F&A pricing. And different pricing procedures are there other than F&A pricing, time pricing, day pricing, date pricing, contract specific pricing. Those pricing procedures we will discuss in oil and gas pricing procedures. We will discuss the basics of pricing procedures. Then we will move into oil and gas specific pricing procedures in section 3. In the next section, section 4, we will deal with exchange agreements. Different business scenarios of exchange processes in oil and gas industry. Exchange agreements is a unique process followed by oil and gas industry and the mining industry, to my knowledge. It's kind of like borrowing one glass of sugar from your neighbor if you don't have any sugar in your house for your needs, and then returning that glass of sugar back whenever you buy the sugar, so that exchange is happening. It's a unique business process followed by oil and gas industry. Next, we'll learn transportation and distribution scenarios, and we will have TD master data in this particular sub-module, like vehicle master data, compartment master data, driver master data. We will thoroughly discuss those master data, and you will learn transportation planning, bulk scheduling, and execution of those transportation. We will discuss in transportation and distribution section. In section 6, we will learn about traders and schedulers workbench processes. Obviously, here also we have some master data. We will discuss those TSW related master data, location master data, those things, and how the bulk scheduling happens by using the TSW, traders and schedulers workbench, and how to project the stock based on the demand and supply. We will learn in this TSW by using the stock projection worksheet, SPW process. In remote logistics management functionalities like supplying of a material or product from your base location to the offshore location. Offshore location means the wellhead. In the middle of the sea, there is an oil rig that is called offshore location. We cannot store any inventory on the offshore location. So we will maintain that inventory in the onshore location, like products, materials, whatever needed by the offshore location. And whenever there is a need in the offshore location, we will transport that material and products from onshore location to the offshore location. And if there is any repair of machinery or part in offshore location, we will transport that machinery or part to the onshore location, get repaired, and we will transport it back to the offshore location. So we will discuss these business scenarios, repair business scenarios, remote logistics transportation business scenarios. Those things we will discuss in RLM. Like in other sections, we are having different master data pertaining to RLM also. We will discuss those RLM specific master data in this particular section. In the last section, Hydrocarbon Product Management, we will learn the silo management and quantity conversion interface and internal material movements. Oil and gas industry finished products are stored in large silos, and we will learn here how to manage those silos and how to manage the internal material movements between the silos. We cannot deal oil and gas finished products like normal products. For instance, if you want to measure the water, then we will say 1 liter of water. But if you want to measure the oil and gas finished products like petrol, diesel, ATF, kerosene, then we will measure like 1 liter of petrol at 30 degrees centigrade. That means the product is 1 liter if the temperature is 30 degrees. If the temperature changes, the product quantity also changes. So this is the difficulty in dealing with oil and gas finished products for transportation, for planning, for pricing also. So we will deal this particular situation by using the quantity conversion interface. We will start from oil and gas industry basics, discuss master data, pricing agreements, exchange agreements, transportation and distribution, traders and schedulers workbench, RLM, remote logistics management, hydrocarbon product management. These are the things I am going to cover in my live training. The training is 45 days duration, every day 1.5 hours. At the completion of this course, you will get the knowledge of basic enterprise units, oil and gas enterprise units, business scenarios, and map those scenarios in SAP as per the implementation project needs. And it will prepare you to join the implementation team as a SAP consultant. The main goal of this particular course is to get you a job as a SAP consultant in an implementation project or any support project. So have fun with your new position as a SAP consultant in oil and gas industry. So here I am revealing my 3 secrets to become an expert SAP consultant over the period of time. The first secret is you need to have a framework that helps you to map out every possible scenario you come across in the oil and gas business. So you will become a go-to expert in the industry, and the companies hire you without any hesitation, without any constraint in your paycheck. The second secret is hands-on experience in project implementation techniques. If you want to increase the productivity and the results in the implementation, you need to have the project implementation hands-on knowledge. So this particular course is implementation oriented course. That means you will learn the scenarios and you will implement the same scenarios in SAP. This implementation oriented course prepares you for implementation project and support projects. The third secret is tools and templates and worksheets to fasten the process of learning in every single time. And I proudly say no one is providing these in the entire IS Oil and Gas educational. Here what my students are saying, you can check. Mr. Richard joined me 1 year back to learn SAP IS Oil and Gas, and within 3 months he got a job in oil and gas industry as a SAP consultant. His specific area is CP, commodity pricing engine. So he wrote a mail thanking me.